Hi guys, welcome back to Math Minutes Monday. Today we are focusing on writing a mixed number as an equivalent fraction for 4th graders. If you guys are interested at all about the Common Core Standard, I have it written down right down here. So feel free to pause the video or zoom in later. So let's get started. In order to change from a mixed number to an equivalent fraction, this is the formula that we're going to be using today. So it is A B over C equals, parentheses, A times C, close parentheses, plus B, all over C. So the mixed number that we're going to be using today is 5 2/3. And I have 3 easy steps for you guys to follow to get down to business. Here we go. Number 1, separate the whole number and fraction into individual fractions. So pretty much what that's saying is making sure that your whole number is its own individual fraction along with the rest of the mixed number. Step number 2, add the 2 fractions. Remember, when you're adding fractions, you do have to have a common denominator. That's very important. And finally, our step number 3 is check your work by plugging the numbers into the formula, which is right up here. So we're going to head right on over here to this side where I have the problem all worked out for you guys. So here we go. Step number 1. Again, we want to make sure that our whole number is also in a fraction with the rest of our mixed number. So we have 5 over 1 and our 2/3. So we have 2 separate fractions. Moving on to step number 2, which is again adding those 2 fractions. Remember that the numerator is the top half and our denominator is the bottom half. So we have to have a common denominator. So we have 1 and 3. And 1 times 3 equals 3, which means our common denominator is going to be 3. So moving on to showing our work about how I got to that common denominator. Since I knew our common denominator was 3, I'm going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 3. So we have 5 times 3 equals 15. And then 1 times 3 equals 3. And then we're going to add that to our other part of the mixed number, which is our 2/3. So 15 plus 2 equals 17. And our common denominator is 3, which is going to stay the same over here. So we have 17/3 for our final answer. Now we're going to check our work by plugging it back into our formula, which is right up here. But I've also rewritten it down here. So we have 5 times 3 plus 2 all over the denominator of 3. So I'm actually going to work that out for you guys. So equals 5 times 3 is 15 plus 2 all of our denominator of 3, which gives us 17/3. All right. Once again, this has been Math Minutes Monday with Miss Richardson. I will see you guys next week. Don't forget to comment down below if you guys have any suggestions of other things you'd like to see mathematically.